Hey everyone, it's Neil Barnhill with the Barnhill Golf Institute. Today I'm very excited to be able to teach you two incredible fitness movements. One is the Turkish get up and the other is the arm bar stretch. I tell you what, you may not see in the fitness world this done too often, these movements, because of the complexity. But let me tell you from personal experience, if you take the time to learn this will change how you work out. It will keep you from getting injured. It will strengthen your whole body, your core, and especially your shoulders. So it's worth the time to learn how to do this. And I'm gonna read from this book here. This is just a fascinating book, the Kettlebell RX, written by Jeff Martone. If you're into kettlebells, and if you can afford it, tell you what, this is worth every penny. It goes over all the kettlebell movements, paint by numbers. The illustrations are just unbelievable. I use it every time in my garage gym just to make sure that I don't forget any steps, especially with the Turkish get up. But I wanted to show you the importance and motivate you in wanting to learn this. These are a couple excerpts from the book. This is from Kelly Starrett. He wrote the Supple Leopard, and he's known in the CrossFit community. He's a chiropractor. One of the brilliant things about the Turkish get up movement is that it teaches external rotation stability of the shoulder joint through an enormous range of motion. It's well said. And this is a little story I thought was pretty interesting. It's a story, Pavel told a story about the Turkish get up being a staple exercise for old-time strongmen and wrestlers. He said it was one of the first exercises taught to aspiring weightlifters. Supposedly, no other exercises were taught or practiced until the pupil could perform the Turkish get up with a 100-pound weight in either hand. Okay, so we don't know if that's true or not, but just the importance of this movement can make you really strong. I'm not going to be showing you with a 100-pound kettlebell today how to do this. I am going to show you with my hand and a can of peaches. And I tell you what, I don't care how strong you are. If you've never done this movement, you're going to start with just the basic, and then you work your way up as you get better with the movements. Another one that was really good was Jeff Martone. He teaches these classes for CrossFit, the kettlebell certifications. About a year and a half ago, an orthopedic surgeon participated in one of my kettlebell instructor courses. His specialty is fixing shoulders. Orthopedic surgeons come from all over the world to train under him to learn his technique. It was an awesome opportunity to clarify some nagging questions I had concerning my shoulders. Anyways, he had, Jeff Martone had several shoulder surgeries back in the 80s that basically he answered that he didn't need to have done. He could have been doing these kettlebell movements, and it would have rehabilitated his shoulder to strengthen and build muscle around the girdle of the shoulder, the rotator cuff, to where he wouldn't have had to have the shoulder surgery. He said he was impressed with the strength, stability, and flexibility I had developed in my shoulders, and it's always nice to get confirmation from a reliable source like an orthopedic surgeon. And he says he uses these movements in rehabilitation and for clients of his in his practice to build up the shoulder. So I mean, this is just an unbelievable movement. So I just wanted to read that so you understand how important these movements are. All right, now the way I get going for me personally is the arm bar stretch. I'm gonna teach you first, but I'm gonna read one paragraph from here just so you understand the importance of it. The arm bar stretch is one of the most effective shoulder rehabilitation and prehabilitation exercises you can do. Okay, that's important. It's performed as a static hold. The arm bar stretch is actually more of a static hold strength exercise that effectively strengthens all the stabilizer muscles in the entire shoulder girdle. It does increase flexibility by actively stretching the pectoral muscles, which enhance the ability to maintain good posture. It can be practiced as a standalone exercise or in conjunction with the Turkish get up. Every doctor and physical therapist I have trained immediately fell in love with this exercise and adopted it into their practice. All right, so hopefully that motivates you to want to learn this movement. It's just incredible. So I'm gonna go at it right now and start teaching you the movements. All right, let's get started in learning these two incredible movements, the arm bar stretch and the Turkish get up. I'm gonna start with the arm bar stretch. And I don't care how strong you are, if you have never done this movement, just start with just your hand. And then as you get confident with the movement, you can add weights incrementally. All right, so here's the technique. I'm gonna use my right hand as the one if it did have weights, but Here's the movement. Okay, gonna have the left arm out here like to the side. It's not straight down, it's about right here. My right foot is outside my right hip. And I'm gonna have my right arm straight up and down, and what I'm doing there with that movement is I am retracting and activating my shoulder. It is not sloppy and just there. It's gonna stay in this position the whole time. So the whole goal here is to turn over where my body is facing the fence here. So I'll show you. Activate my shoulder, deep breath in. And then as I go, turn over, my left arm goes up. And then I release my right foot. And it's straight, my right leg is straight, and my right arm stays straight. And then I slowly come back down, and my left arm comes back down, okay? So from the side, so you can see it. Okay, left leg's out. You can see where my left arm is here. It's probably easier to see. This is a better position to see where the left arm is, okay? So my right foot's out. I'm gonna retract my shoulder, and as I start turning over, my left arm is going to go up. That's important. And then I turn over, still looking at the kettlebell the whole time. And then I release and my left arm comes back over. And there you are. So that is the one arm bar stretch. It's absolutely incredible. Just doing that with no weight. Like this morning I did it in a workout. I used 35 pounds. So I mean, it's just a great strengthening exercise for your core, and it's prehabilitative and rehabilitative for your shoulder. So definitely need to add this to the routine. All right, so the next one is a little bit more complicated. It's frustrating over the years teaching it to people, because when I do it, I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I've practiced and I'm pretty decent at it. And it's just not so easy, kind of like the golf swing. Great players make it look easy, but as we all know, it's not so easy. All right, so I'm gonna do it with my hand first. I'll do it with my left side, but I'm gonna do how to do the setup first, and then how to get to the sit-up position. So, and what I'd recommend is, as you're going through this, that's why I wanted to make this video, stop it at each position. So I'm gonna try to categorize this, and so you can see it. So right here, my left foot, because my left arm is going to be the one up, it's just outside my hips. It's not in line. It's right here. Right foot straight. Okay. I'm going to lay down. My right arm is not going to be straight out. It's going to be slightly bent like this. My left arm. Let's talk about what retract means. You do the same thing in the arm bar stretch, but what that means is when I went through the kettlebell certification with Jeff Martone, we had to learn this first. We had a partner, and the partner would grab our hands, we're laying down, and they would yank us up. Shoulder would move, okay? That's not an activated shoulder. So what we had to learn how to do is just pull our shoulder and retract it, and then when they pulled our hand, nothing moved, we didn't move. So that's the position we have to be in when we start, when we have that overhead position, is a retract position, okay? Now, how the heck do I get up from here? That's the question. So this movement is very tough to learn, but I'm going to show you the technique. So the first thing you have to do is as Mr. Martone said, you have to teeth breathe. You have to take a deep breath in with your teeth, like that, like real quick, and then you come up. But how do you come up? So after you do the teeth breathing, you push through the left heel, because this leg's up, to your right elbow, and then you'll sit up. So let's go through it. But I don't even retract. Okay, I'm gonna teeth breathe. Okay, push through my left heel to my right elbow. Now I'm sitting up. Now I'm gonna straighten my arm. Okay, and the whole time I'm looking at my hand, my kettlebell, or the hand. All right, that's the first part you have to get. Common errors, sloppy. They don't do the teeth breathing. They try to come up, you know, it's like that. So, you know, the feet raise off the ground because there's not the core activation that needs to be there, and the stabilization, which is absolutely tough. But that's the beauty of it. And I mean, that's why I love it, because anything that's tough to me, I want to get better at it, because I know if I can learn something that I'm having an extremely tough time learning, it's going to benefit me so much, and it's going to benefit anybody so much. So That's why I'm so passionate about this movement. All right, so that's the sit-up. Let me do it from the side here so you can see it. Okay. See my foot here. Boom, retract. Okay, teeth breathe. Boom, there it is. I'm on my right elbow now. Then I straighten up. And I'm looking at the kettlebell or my hand the whole time, or dumbbell, whatever you're holding overhead. Okay, now the next part, let's talk about that. All right, so now we're here, okay? So now what do we do? My hand is right, even with my hip socket. Okay, I am gonna push up off the ground. I'm maintaining my eyes the whole time at the kettlebell. And then I'm gonna take my right leg and kick back. Okay, so let's do that again. So I'm gonna push up off the ground like this, okay? And then I'm gonna take my right leg and go back. So let's watch this, okay? I'm gonna do it from this side so you can see it. It's a tricky movement. So here we are, we're sitting up, okay? And push up and then kick through. Okay, again. Okay, so we'll get back into that position there, but that's several points right there, 4 or 5 different technical points there. So now we're here. Okay, so now we have to get to this position here, and we're in this, so now we got to stand up, and that's when we look straight ahead. That's the only time we take our eyes off the kettlebell. Now we're going to rewind. Let's talk about the down part. So this has a lot of technique to it. So now, deep breath in, make sure this is there. Gonna go back down with my right knee. It's kind of like a reverse of where you just were. Right hand position is huge here. It needs to go down to the side here, in line with my knee. Okay, I think you'll see it better here. So I'm gonna go down, and look where my hand is, even with my knee. Common problem is back here. I wanna be right here. I'm looking at the kettlebell again, and then I wanna kick through, just like that, and then lay back down. Okay? All right, a lot of movements there. Just stop it and rewind it, pause it, paint by numbers. I'm gonna put the pictures, they're so unbelievably done by Jeff Martin in the video here so you can look at it. It's all numbered, what I just talked about. Hopefully that helps, but it's just taking your time to get those movements. But the hand position is probably the biggest thing I see with clients, and when we're at the certification is, you know, they're back here, they come down, they want to go way back. And that's, look how it's opened up my shoulder, that's unsafe. So this is where it's got to be. You just got to practice that. Practice getting right there, and then that shoulder not moving. We don't want the arm to go here. We want it to stay in that same position. That's why this is so important not to start with too much weight. Because if you don't know how to do this movement, I don't care if you can bench press 300 pounds, it don't matter. You can hurt yourself doing this by trying to, with your ego being too much. Just get the movement down, and then even at the certification, I think I had a 13-pound kettlebell, which looked like a ring pop, and I had a few guys laughing. I was like, hey dude, I don't care. I don't know how to do this movement. I am not that good at it, and you know, I'm gonna learn it. I don't wanna get hurt. And you know what, I tell you what, I haven't been hurt in all these years of working out, and I attribute that to a lot of technique and just taking my time. So when I'm telling you, I've done it. I've never gone too heavy too quick. I've always taken the time to learn the technique. So, all right, I'm gonna try the 35-pounder here, a little heavier. I'm gonna do the left side, see if I can do it. Like I said, I had some women clients that I used to have. I mean, they would use this can and it would be good, and they'd work their way up to a 3-pound dumbbell. So you can get creative with this. It doesn't have to be with, it can be with anything, dumbbells. There's a picture in the book of Jeff Martin. I think he's got his his daughter, and he's got his daughter and he does a Turkish get up. So, and I've seen some strong men where they do, it's absolutely crazy. I think I've seen them do a 135-pound Turkish get up holding the barbell. So again, they've been doing it for a while. All right, so see how I look here. I'll go through the whole motion. I'm gonna have to concentrate. So, all right, so with the kettlebell, I wanna have my hand underneath my left hand, and then before I lift it, I'm gonna use both hands. So boom, like this, okay? All right, now, push it up. Okay, foot's outside. There we go. And then I'm gonna go through the steps here. Okay, look straight ahead. Boom, go back down, rewind. Get that hand in the right position, looking at the kettlebell, and then slowly back down. I'm not gonna do the other side, but if I did, I would just go around my head like this, never in front of your face, because if you've dropped it, would not be good for your face, jaw, teeth, whatever. So that's the safe way of doing that. All right, incredible movement. I mean, I remember when we were getting certified, we had to do the movements to pass the test. So before the test, we could practice the movements of all of them. I don't forget, there's like 30 different movements. But guess which one all of us were working on? The Turkish get up. Because there's so many points of emphasis, so much technique. It's very cumbersome. It frustrated us there at the kettlebell certification. But I tell you what, it has its benefits. Please rewatch this, share it with your friends that are in fitness, learn it. If you have any questions or comments, I would love to help you with this movement. Just reach out to me. I'm passionate about trying to help people get better with their fitness. And this will help you with golf, your just overall body movement, and most importantly, to help you be pain-free in these shoulders. So, tell you what, too many things not to do. I mean, no reasons why you should not be able to do this. So all right, as you can see, this is just an incredible movement. It will take some time to learn. It's just unbelievable. So any questions, let me know. Comment below. I have a passion for the kettlebells and these movements because I know they can really benefit you in your life, live pain-free, make you stronger, all of the above. So for more great videos, blogs, and vlogs, please visit barnhillgolf.com.